Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to The Least We Could Do. And here are your hosts, Jimmy and Dwayne.
Here we are. The Least We Could Do, another show coming to you from downtown. Well, we're in Austin. We're in Texas. We're not in downtown.
We're in Texas.
I'm south of downtown. Dwayne's up in South Dallas, and Kyle, you're close to me. I think we're closer than I actually think we are, right? I don't know why. I just always assume you're in Manor these days. I know you've told me multiple times that was just like you were watching somebody's house that one day when we went out there. But
to be fair, he did live at that house for a while.
You're my Manor boy. Thanks, Kyle, for all the hard work you did getting us ready to do this show.
Yes,
it is September 26th. I am Jimmy Preston. With me tonight is Dwayne Primo and Kyle Bauer. We are the three that bring this show to you every week. We're on the Facebook, we're on the YouTubes, we're on the Twitch. Follow us on all of them, please. We're also on the Instagrams and the twits, and then, you know what? I've been thinking it's time, right? TikTok, it's not going away. I mean, I think didn't Trump just save TikTok? It's not going anywhere.
I don't know.
So, I mean,
did he save TikTok?
I think so. I think he saved.
I'm not a TikToker.
He saved it by almost ruining it, and that's why we love him. Our great leader. What a wonderful show we've got for you. And if you're just joining us, that was sarcasm. So we've got a great show for you. Rodney Norman.
Damn
it, Dwayne.
Randy.
There are show notes for this reason.
Randy Norman.
Rodney
Norman.
Rodney Norman, philosopher. He also has done some stand-up. I don't know if this is a quarantine beard that he's got going on, but I mean, I saw some of his photos, and he once was a shorn-faced man. I was one at one time as well, and so I know what that's all about. But it looks like he's a bearded man. He's full of philosophy, and he's you know, I want to kind of highlight folks that are using their creativity to help bring positivity to the world. And you know, one of the guests that we were going to try and have on, he had a gig come up, so we couldn't have him on tonight. We'll have him. No, a gig. He had a gig come up, and so we hope to have him next week. But tonight, Rodney Norman. Kyle, if you want to go away, you can go.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just wanted to say
your screen was
I wanted to talk about our sponsor.
Oh yeah, we have to bring that up.
This is big news. I want to give the floor to you. You brought this sponsor in.
Oh, I did.
I think you initially felt.
I would like to say that I saved this sponsor's life once.
Okay, yeah, that's important. But I love the freedom that you have to speak for the show, because you are the producer. You're wearing this hat, and you start talking to people about getting some money in for the show, right? But you went low on the negotiations, like
to be fair to Kyle, he is just following the example that was set by his fearless leader.
Okay, yes. Our initial sponsor, our sponsor ever.
He like quadrupled what you got for our first sponsor.
First sponsor ever. In the negotiations, I said, I'd like you to sponsor our show. I would like Styko's Nut Scrub to be one of our paid sponsors. And he asked, how much is it going to cost? And I said, what do you got in your wallet? I'll take that. And he had $1. And so I took it. I took that $1 from that man, and
you get with that $1.
He's a sponsor. So I understand that I set the precedent at $1 sponsorship, And it's not like $1 per show. This guy got in perpetuity lifetime sponsor, title sponsor for $1 because that's what happens. This is what strike while the iron is hot.
Oh man, we got the comments rolling in already.
Taz. Oh man, Taz is joining us. This is going to be awesome. So you sold our new sponsor at the same rate. I stepped in quickly because I saw this conversation happening. It was organic, and I got $5.
Here we go. Okay. Jimmy taking credit.
$5. You got $5.
You got $5.
Amazing.
For the sponsorship, and
that's 5 times more than our first sponsor.
We are growing exponentially in so many ways.
Wow.
Not only are we on new platforms, Twitch, maybe next week we're going to be on Channel
LinkedIn?
Austin. No, we're going to be broadcasting live to Channel Austin. So
anyway,
without further ado, the new.
Yeah, it's not even a human being.
Bring us our new
further fondue.
Bring us our new sponsor.
Oh,
fluffy white biscuits. Fluffy white biscuits. She is.
I don't know why I'm whispering
of her treats. Fluffy white biscuits. What happened? This is the worst promo video ever.
There she is.
It's just fluffy white biscuits.
We need a song. I saw that Brian Nelson chimed in. Can we get your lovely daughters to please write us a song about fluffy white biscuits? Fluffy.
What is playing in the background?
Yeah.
Fluffy. Biscuits. Fluffy. Biscuits. Fluffy white biscuits. Fluffy biscuits.
All right. We'd also like to thank the handler, who's a little out of commission right now, but Robin. Thank you, Robin.
$5 can get you a sponsorship. It's that easy, folks. Email us at the.we.could.show@gmail.com.
Don't email us.
Don't bother emailing.
Don't email us, please.
I mean,
but what you can do is
folks,
call
every time
512-337-2876.
We share access on a number of platforms, and every time that I have to log into something, I have to type out that whole fucking email. Thank you. Thank you, Jim.
I was posting on Instagram today, and then I was like, you know what? I will see in a bit. I was like, we can be smart about this, and I can link the Instagram to the Twitter to do a post to Instagram straight to the Twitters.
Right.
And then I had to put the login. I was like, why did I choose this? Okay. So big show last week with Dr. Casagrande. We had of course that was right on the tail end of the news of Ruth Bader Ginsburg passing. Yep. And what a crazy week. Did we think that there was going to be any doubt that the Republican Party would work to fill that seat right away? And 4 years ago, they said it was no, we should wait till the next president is elected, let the people decide. And then immediately, I mean, even the Lindsey Graham quotes of him saying, "You can mark my words.
You can use these words against me.
Yeah, write it down in some of your scribbly paper. Yeah, I guarantee I will eat my words."
Justin Wilson now?
I don't know. But so I mean, it's all out in the open. But so this is the politics. This is the politics that we all hated. We all. I mean, if there's anything that both sides can agree on, right?
Who didn't think with a Republican president and the Republicans in power in Senate that they wouldn't fill this seat?
I mean, it is you are obtuse if you believe that this is anything other than the Republican wet dream to get a conservative court to, I mean, we've talked about this, and we even talked about this before the show, that we weren't going to mention the A word.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said that a bunch of dudes sitting around talking about abortion is tone deaf. Sometimes. So but that's what's going on. So we've got that happened this week.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that,
it was not the only thing that happened this week.
No, it was my birthday week. It was a great week for old Jimmy. And but the news was just terrible all week.
Mm-hmm.
With that,
as it has been.
I mean, the beat goes on, right?
Yeah.
So we've got that. We've got the her last wishes are this, and I hope he doesn't do this. And then he's like, I'm gonna do it. We just announced that he's gonna Amy, whatever her face is nominated, and they'll try and get her in. So we got that going on, and then we've got the Breonna Taylor.
Mm-hmm. You know what, man? Her neighbor's walls got justice this week. You know, they're taking care of all the people that could have maybe possibly gotten hit by a stray bullet. Their rights were upheld this week, but the girl that died, nothing. Fucking nothing.
And the thing about that is that nobody seems to be talking about how they got the wrong house. I mean, I know people are talking about that, but it's like it got switched up to the boyfriend shooting. I mean, they were just hanging out, and somebody knocked in the door. What are you going to do? I mean, if you're a lawful gun owner, you're going to shoot. So you got that, but they were at the wrong house. It would be one thing if they were there to arrest them.
Wait, they were at the wrong house?
They went to the wrong house. They had the wrong address. Those people
they were there looking for her ex-boyfriend.
No. They were at the wrong house. They were going to do a no-knock warrant on some other apartment, and they had the wrong address. And
I only read the one article, so
yeah. So that's like if we think about that, I think if we were to look at it in the grand scale, that is a major F up, and I really would have liked to have seen some of the people, like anybody that was maybe in charge of putting that warrant together. So that means prosecutors, detectives, and the judge, that approved this. And then you've got the three officers that were in this grand jury, and two of them no charges found. The one that had resigned or he was fired from the force, he's now a former officer. He's the one that did face some charges for reckless endangerment or something like that. Now
wanton endangerment.
So it was. Am I right that this guy was in the parking lot firing up to the apartment and shot even one of the other officers?
I know he was, from what I can understand, he was firing through like a shaded window. I don't know how far or close, what his proximity to the window was, but I don't think he had a clear line of sight through it and was just kind of blindly firing, from what I understand. I don't know. I wasn't there. Can't speak to it.
And Carlos chimed in, and hey, bud, good to see you. Congratulations. Carlos just big old homeowner for the first time.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Very
congratulations, nice. Man. I remember my first house. It was freaking terrifying. Like that feeling when you're signing those documents, closing on your house, and you're like, that's how much I need to pay every month. And you know, because you were paying like $500 for splitting a house with 4 other dudes, and then all of a sudden you move out, and then you've got like an $1,800 payment, and you're like, oh my god.
Yes,
so
yes, I am.
But yeah, he says abortion wouldn't be illegal in blue states if Roe v. Wade is overturned. It's possible. I don't know just offhand the legalities of it, but if it was overturned, it would have to be like some sort of challenge to you know, they'd say like you can't have an abortion after 35 minutes of conception, you know, and after that it's illegal. So the only time that you could do it is in 30 minutes after the egg and the spermatozoa lock up. Then that's when you got to do it, right? So if they were to say that in, say, Louisiana, and then they were like, hey, that's against the Roe v. Wade, and then it went to the Supreme Court, and they were like, you know what, it's cool, let them decide, and then the states decide. Yeah, maybe. But like I said, I feel like it's tone deaf. I would like to have a female a law expert on this subject. So maybe we'll tackle that one, but I just don't know if it's the lane that we should be driving in. But this is the politics that we're dealing with, and it's screwed up. So the Breonna Taylor, they've got the nomination of the new Supreme Court justice, which is going to reshape the court, and then we've got Dingleberry out there saying, you know, like with what he's saying about we got to just get rid of these ballots. Got to get rid of these ballots, you know. Just want to do. I feel like man, it's depressing.
I don't even bother talking about him anymore, because the people that support him are going to support him no matter what. That motherfucker was right. If he stood on a street corner and shot somebody, he wouldn't lose any fucking voters. You know? Well, I mean, he would lose a few, I'm sure.
Well, and so what I'd like to focus on tonight, because we're going to have Rodney on, I want to kind of figure out, because do you remember when you were a kid, were you ever bullied?
Yeah.
And I know Carlos has been bullied, you know, so he knows this. I've been bullied, and I think there's some sort of philosophical thing, or maybe it's instinct, like when a dog and a cat come around the corner and then they like lock eyes, and they just stop, right? And they're just sitting there looking at each other, and everything's
you
gonna
have
be fine.
You have to decide at that point what kind of dog, what kind of cat you are.
Well, right.
Especially if it's the first time you've seen.
But that could be the most trained dog and the most well-meaning dog and like melancholy dog. But as soon as that cat turns and runs, he's going after it.
Yeah.
Because it's instinct. Okay. So right now, what I'm seeing is a lot of these folks that are supporting not Biden, right? Just love seeing people get hurt, butt hurt. You know, that's why they call the liberals libtards and Democrats, you know, and
I mean, you got that on both sides.
No, you know? I agree. You know, the deplorables on the Democrats to the Republicans, but I feel like I am not pro-Trump. If anybody's had a problem picking that one up, I'm sorry you're just joining us, but this is not a pro-MAGA show. But I understand why people voted for him. I understand, but I think they voted for him for a reason. But then as people started telling them that they were, like, man, you're an idiot for voting for him. And it's like, oh, you know what? Unfollow and then dig in. They just start digging in. And then it's a bullying they just love. And then, it's winning. Are you tired of winning yet? We're just completely winning. Everybody dies. I replace them with a new person. And so, yeah, yes, it's winning, but it wasn't Trump's playbook. Right now, the religious right is like, okay, we sold our souls to the devil, but we're getting what we wanted. And I don't know if I've mentioned this on the air, but I used to work at a Christian radio station, and there was several things that were the constant theme, and it was, we are waiting for Jesus to come back. But there were several reasons. Do you know why Jesus hasn't come back yet, Dwayne?
Why,
let
Jimmy?
me answer that. Let me answer that. Okay, you were about to. I saw that you had an answer, but let me just. They are waiting for Jesus to come back, and the reason he's not coming back is because little babies are dying. Okay. Also, there are other religions on this earth. So not until all of the religions are wiped out and only Christianity exists, and only after every single man decides to not rape and impregnate women unwantingly, and no more unnecessary or no more abortions. I don't want to say unnecessary, because even a medically necessary abortion sometimes is imperative. So but they want to stop that. It's like, look, you decided to have sex. So
I thought we weren't going to talk about abortions.
Well, we're not. I'm just talking about how sad I am.
I'm glad abortion is not the drinking word of the day. I'd be
fucked
up by now.
Have we announced the drinking word of the day?
No, we haven't, because you haven't stopped talking.
Drinking word of the day is
dolphin.
We've got a coming up in the second hour. We've got one of our listeners sent us in a letter, and I didn't know this, but we've got a following. He's a deaf individual, and he signed.
Hearing impaired?
Nope,
that's
not the right term. And we'll have Diane. We'll have her school us on that. But I
don't know the terminology.
He's deaf, and he likes listening to the show, but he's been having some trouble mixing up or picking up our lip movement with our beards. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's trying to calibrate that, along with Diane's going to be here doing her signing. And
our friend Diane Blastic.
That's right. And she's going to help us, because I was like, well, how can we do this? And he said, well, I love dolphins. Why don't we talk about my favorite thing? And that'll be dolphins. And so we're gonna talk to him later.
I have not seen this letter, nor have I had this letter read to me, so I don't know what this letter contains. I don't know, like, does he just want to talk about dolphins in general?
Yeah. Well, he sent me an article for us to talk about. So anyway, we're going to talk about that. She's going to sign it, and hopefully we help him better understand us.
Right.
As
cross communicate.
Yeah. So now, how was your week? Was it a good one? Did you have any good news?
Yeah, I had some good news that came through. A good week of school for the kid. Obviously, we're in mid first grade. She got her first progress report. She's perfect, as we all figured she would be.
You've been doing her homework.
I have. No. If I was doing her homework, she would not have done so well. She catches me on wrong answers all the time, especially in math. I'm a terrible mather. And
but it's going good for you, right? For her,
yeah,
like she's figuring it out. I feel like the kids are resilient. They're bouncing back from this a lot faster. I talked to my nephews not too long ago. They were a little frustrated in the beginning because of like lag. I mean, they live kind of in the sticks, so the internet's not the best. You know what that's all about. And
honestly, we haven't had any problems with that. If you're talking about my technical difficulties from last week, I think we have that figured out, and I think it was my ancient computer.
Okay, all right,
so using a different one.
We can rebuild it.
Kyle says no. Kyle says it can't be rebuilt. It is impossible to rebuild a laptop. That's what he says. So
Kyle is our technical advisor on all that stuff. You know, you were going to come to my
what? Gotcha.
You were going to come to the studio here, my studio, and fix the stuff, but I had to do it. So, not always The Rock.
I don't know. He's pretty rock-like.
We didn't have to go to your house, though. We did it remotely.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, we have the technology. We can do
a laptop is like it's already set in stone about what.
Okay, bye, Kyle.
All right. So very soon we're gonna have Rodney joining us.
Dolphins.
Dolphin, and you know we can ask him a couple dolphin questions.
What are you drinking tonight, Jimmy?
Well, you know. It's my favorite. It's the Austin Seltzer.
Are they still not sponsoring us?
Still, they've never responded to any of my emails. I've sent 3 emails, and I really don't think they have anybody at the place, like in the administrative offices. What are the East Siders, Black Cherry, pretty good.
Yeah, Black Cherry. It's really sweet.
It's too sweet for me.
It is really sweet.
No offense.
Dolphin.
So this is my hope with Rodney here in a little bit, that he can guide us to a point in which we're able to center ourselves and prepare ourselves to either just take the bullying and just, you know, like learn to love it. Or is there a way for us to actively work against it? But I think if you fight, there's fighting back, but fighting back with this group means World War III, right?
No, not really. Or Civil War II.
Yeah. Because they're not listening. We're not listening. Nobody's listening.
I don't know, man. From what I've seen of Rodney, he seems like a pretty mellow dude to me. You know, he wears a lot of tie-dye and shit. I think he'll have something good to pass along to our listeners, our viewers.
I hope.
How do you say it? Is it listeners or viewers?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Somebody the other day in one of the podcast groups or whatever was talking about how a real podcast is not video. And I was like, yeah, I agree, bro.
But if you can do it.
But yeah, I mean, I was watching I was trying to download a free video. I was trying to pirate a movie, not pirate a movie, but I just wanted to watch a video and not pay for it. And I looked it up on YouTube, and what I thought was the movie actually was just 3 dudes talking about the movie, but it was just a still picture. I watched that for 45 minutes before I realized it wasn't the movie. Now,
have you eaten any mushrooms?
Maybe, I don't know, but there was one guy that was just really, but anyway. So that was a podcast, but so you're gonna put a podcast with just a blank or a slide,
just a still image.
Do people watch that? I feel like
on YouTube, a YouTube video.
There are people putting
one image
audio podcasts on YouTube,
right?
Do they do
it? I've seen it.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's kind of dumb.
Podcasts are stupid. This is stupid. But
this whole genre is stupid, and I love it.
But you know what makes it worth it is when we have the interaction, and I appreciate everybody that's on the stream. I see Justin's even chiming in. He's watching the UFC fights that are going on.
Mm-hmm.
I know with college football, we're kind of losing some of our audience. I mean, shoot, I'd like to be watching the Alabama football game right now, beating up on whoever the heck we're beating up. Mizzou. UT beat Texas Tech. Guns up. Well, nope, the guns are out. You've run out of bullets.
I got shot.
So looks like UT did some amazing stuff today. And what's Becky saying here? I'm a viewer. I need visual as well as audio. My brain doesn't absorb otherwise. So she's a keep the lights on kind of gal, and I get it. Me too. Even if I'm not watching it, I'm just listening, I do that a lot of times with the TV. I'll just put it on in the background while I'm watching my TikToks. I watch my TikToks for like 2 hours until my my battery dies on my phone, and then I go back to whatever I was watching.
What do you like to have on for background?
Impractical Jokers. On TBS or TLC or whatever, they will just have Impractical Jokers on a marathon for 7 to 8 hours, and I've seen them all 15 times, but I just watch it over and over.
Can you like watch old movies that you've seen 100 times? Can you just have them on in the background, not pay any attention to them?
No. I mean, because you've got to search for these videos, and or everything that I want to watch costs $10 to $15 on Amazon. So I personally don't like that. I like instant gratification on the cable box. And go to my channels, my go-to channels, which is the History Channel, watching American Pickers. On the TBS, I'm watching the Impractical Jokers or The Office or
is TBS still around? Blue Velvet. Hell yeah, Oriah.
Is that the helicopter movie?
Blue what? No, that's Blue Thunder, bro.
Oh, okay.
That's the guy from Jaws. Roy Scheider, right? Is in Blue Thunder. Yeah. Chief Brody.
What's Blue Velvet?
Blue Velvet. Blue Velvet was, it wasn't Dennis Hopper. I don't remember. I don't know now. Now you made me second guess myself and question my
Oriah on here.
Becky is sad that LSU lost. How do you feel about LSU losing, Jimmy?
You know how I feel.
You don't care. You're elated.
Party Wizard. It's in my rotation. Love that album. Where is Rodney? I wonder if he doesn't know what CST is.
I don't know. Where is he?
I don't even know.
Oh wow. We don't
know. It is possible
where he resides.
That because you called him Randy.
No.
You totally wrote down Randy on the page.
Did I?
Did you?
Oh,
did I put on the poster?
Yeah, on the poster.
Well, at least it wasn't Raul.
That's true. Oh, there he is.
Is that him?
That's him, but he's not here.
Oh, well, let's watch that video. Show me that.
All right, I'll show you that.
Oriah says Isabella Rossellini.
So, a lot of people have been asking me, "Hey, how do I have a successful fast to improve my mental and physical and spiritual conditions?" Well, the secret to fasting is just don't eat anything while you're fasting.
While you're fasting.
While
it's
you're
important.
Right.
Oh. Okay, that's it.
Okay, he doesn't have the link.
Water and stuff.
Where is the stupid link? Hold on. Oh, there it is.
Robin called it out. Thank you, Robin. Blue Velvet, David Lynch film starring Lorna Dern and Kyle MacLachlan. Yeah.
There you go. Click that.
All right. Are we getting
Rodney,
not Raul?
Araya, I hope you stick around. We're going to have Rodney on. He's a philosopher. We're going to talk about some things. Maybe if you want, you could call in, and if you've got any questions. The number is scrolling on the bottom. If you're watching this on YouTube, awesome. Thank you. Make sure you're subscribing. If you're on Facebook's cool. Like the page and share it with your friends. Looks like we might have Rodney in here. Do we? I can't click on it.
I got it.
All right, let's bring him on.
Rodney, welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing,
Good,
sir?
Rodney.
I'm doing splendidly.
Listen, I apologize. Guys are just telling me like right now, 30 minutes into the show, that I spelled your name wrong on the poster advertisement for today. But we had a mix up because Dwayne was like, "Wait, what is his name? Rodney Newman?" And I was like, "No, it's Randy Norman." And then he was like, "It's Randy Newman," and I was like, "No, it's Rodney Norman."
I figured it wasn't Randy Newman.
And Rodney Norman, where are you?
Currently, I'm in Connecticut.
Okay. All right. Very good.
But I do also live in Utah. And I move around a lot.
Okay.
I got stuff to do. I got places to be.
I hear you.
I'm on the go. I'm in demand.
Now,
you're rambling, man.
Yes, I am.
You have brought my my gander. I'm checking you out. I don't know where I first found you, if it was on the TikToks or the Instagrams or the Facebooks, but you know, a lot of people would share one of your videos. There was one that you had where you were just talking about good people and bad people, and you know, they would share it and just say, "This is something that people need to hear right now." And then you'd click on the video and you would give the most just succinct, to the point answers about some of the toughest questions in life. So I mean, with what's going on this week, this has been a tumultuous week. Can you help my listeners deal with it?
All of this is meaningless. It's pointless, and don't waste your time or energy worrying about it. That's pretty much all it is. Mm-hmm. It's all fanciful illusion. It's all just imaginary. Mm-hmm. So just move on and, you know, create your own thing and go with that. Have more fun.
Create your own reality, basically.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm with you.
Because your brain can't tell the difference if you're dreaming, daydreaming, or experiencing reality. So if you just mix all three together and kind of come up with a fun combination, boom, you're happy and healthy and on your way to peace and prosperity.
Well, I've got a couple friends that are just watching the news, and everything just ticks, and it's just a punch. And they get punched and punched and punched, and they're getting battered. I mean, emotionally. How do you make the break from this reality or dis-reality, or whatever we want to call what's happening, you know, and then make it your own? How do we do this?
Cartoons help.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would go with Looney Tunes, vintage Looney Tunes.
My daughter is a big fan of Looney Tunes.
Absolutely. No,
there's a new Looney Tunes that is not quite as good.
Propaganda. Don't watch the new one. It's just dragging you back into the nonsense that they're creating for us.
Yeah, there's some pretty concerning subject matter on some of the new Looney Tunes episodes, I've noticed.
Now, Rodney, what happens after? I mean, like we've got we still have an election to happen here.
Yeah.
Are you a voter? Do you participate?
Yes, I am a voter. I'm very active politically myself, but only where it matters. That's the problem, is people get involved with politics where it doesn't matter, where it's not going to change anything. And that's part of the problem, is that they're doing stuff that you're not going to get any results for. I mean, if you want to be really effective, actually participate. If you're just going to be a sideline participant and just think that liking stuff on Facebook and tweeting stuff is going to make a difference, well, that's your first problem. You ain't changing nothing. You're just doing finger painting on the walls. All you're doing right there. You ain't changing jack squat.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really want to get involved and make a difference and go do things that make a difference, not just sitting around, watching TikTok and thinking you're going to change the world.
Okay, now you're throwing personal attacks my way. But so look, what is making a difference? What is a step? Whether you're on the right, whether you're on the left. I mean, don't you have to have some passion about something to get you off the couch?
Oh, absolutely. The best thing is getting local. Do things local. You want to make a change in the world? Go do something locally. Go find a homeless shelter and donate your time. Go to an animal shelter. Donate time.
A place where you can have the most immediate effect.
Yeah, absolutely. Make your community better. Get involved with your community. Get to know who's running your city. Do you know your city council? Those dudes are just sitting around doing nothing most of the time. Why don't you go in there and chat with them and see what's going on with them? Go see your local state representatives. They're not doing jack squat for 4 times a year they meet up. Go chat with them. Go talk to people who are making decisions and find out what's going on.
Well, and you're right. And a lot of people don't realize how important the local government is to major decisions. Like, for instance, this is a census year. And after the numbers are counted, the state legislature in many states is responsible for the redrawing of the districts.
Absolutely.
And to the winner goes the spoils. And whoever controls the state house gets to draw the maps. So
and decides where all the money goes.
Yeah.
Hey, Rodney, do you mind taking some phone calls?
Oh, sure. I'd love to.
All right, we got Araya on.
Fan in the back. Hold on a second.
Okay. Hold on, everybody. Rodney's what's he doing?
I know, adjusting his pants. I don't know.
Oh, I had air conditioner going. I just turned it off. Make a lot.
Okay. Let's bring Araya on the phone.
Oh, wait, crap! It came back on. Hold on.
I got it.
Araya, are you there?
Yeah, where's her caller?
Araya. Did we lose him? Araya. Hello.
All the wind, Araya. Away out west.
All right.
Dump him, Kyle.
Let's
try.
It's not working. Well,
no, it's not working.
Have y'all? What?
Oh, there it is.
Araya. What's the buddy?
I'm still here.
What's going on?
Well, the man on your show, I've watched the short video about fasting, and then the few comments he's made since. I dig it.
Okay. All right.
This is a smart man. Yes.
No.
Woke person is what this is.
You know, Rodney, Araya is a amazing person, an amazing artist, and I call what is it that you do? You kind of do some of the same things, Araya. After your your postal route, you come sit on your porch and you give us some porch philosophy, right?
Well, okay. Really, all I'm attempting to do is to relate the reliably repeating patterns that I have observed through personal experience and give anyone who brings themselves to the conversation the opportunity for peer review and confirmation.
Right. What do you think about that, Rodney?
That's beautiful.
I knew you guys would be fun.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, your authentic desire. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I think that's the beauty about art is that as soon as you're done creating it, you're not sure what it's about either. And you send it out to the world, you kind of, they figure it out, you figure it out. It is what it is.
Yeah, and some of them are gifts that just keep giving. Like, I didn't even know at the time, and now it's in harmony with the current experience.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's all wanting to turn around. It'll just keep, it's the same stuff just keeps happening over and over again.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Do you have any other
the previous world is obliterated by what is the situation that I am experiencing now. Every morning the world is obliterated for me, and here I am.
I like that. Yeah. And you remake it every day.
Oh my gosh. Some authentic desires require a bit of hustle.
Right. Well,
Jimmy, do you wish you had eaten that mushroom now?
I do. I wish. I was like, should I eat some mushrooms before the show? Should have.
I tripped every day for a year, and I'm thankful.
Well, sometimes you have to do it. Now I think that you can lose your grip sometimes on reality, and sometimes you can find yourself like, is this real? Is this or was that in a lucid thought? Or
that's why pure confirmation is so great.
Yeah. I mean, well, Araya, I love you, buddy. Make sure you follow Rodney. Where does everybody follow you, Rodney?
Right now I just have the Facebook thing.
Okay.
or look up any of my bands.
All right, Party Wizard. I love you, dude.
Yeah, bring the awesome.
You got it.
Thank you, Araya.
Thanks, Araya.
All right, so he brought up some big points here. I didn't pick all of them up, but I'm sure you've got something to say after that.
Oh, absolutely. That's the biggest thing is that reality is part of what you're taking in, and the other part is how you're interpreting it.
Right.
And so when from a philosophical standpoint, when we say we create our own reality, really what that means is that we create out of what we experience, our own understanding of it. I mean, as I've always said, yes, you create your own reality, but getting everyone else to go along with it is the tricky part.
Right.
Well, and the vibrations that you put out kind of has an effect on the vibrations you get back in, right? Am I right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. If you're a person who is really solid of an individual, and that you're strong with who you are, you can have a calming effect on other people. You can have and it's part of that is just that you create a vibration. And most people's vibrations are scattered, they're weak, they're confused. But if you come in with a very positive, very strong, vibration, you can overpower theirs and change theirs. That's why we say, what's charisma? What does that mean? It's an individual has just a very strong vibe. They're able to, control not control, but at least influence.
Influence, yeah.
The vibrations around them and create stronger ones and better ones. That's why there's some people that they just walk into the room, everybody feels better. And it's part of that. It's that energy. And you can have that energy, you can create that energy, and it's a lot of it's, focus, and you can get that through meditation or prayer or, study. And
Chemicals.
it's an amazing thing. Yeah, some use chemicals if you need to, but I don't think chemicals are necessary.
Now,
but they're fun.
Speaking of chemicals,
if you want to do them, that's your thing. I got no problem. I'm not trying to say no. I'm just saying there's other ways to do it. So
now, Dwayne, do you see Wilbur there? Can you bring him on? I don't know why
I do.
Click on him. Bring him on. Our buddy Wilbur has a question for you. He's dialed in from Match Book or Match Car.
Hot Wheel Heaven, man.
Yeah,
those are sweet.
Yeah, I got a couple.
That's a redneck retirement plan right there.
Wilbur,
1K, baby.
Wilbur found out that you were going to be on the show, and he said, "Man, I'm a big fan." He had a question for you, Wilbur. What's your question for Rodney?
Why is there something rather than nothing?
Why is there something rather than nothing?
Right.
Well, because in order for nothing to be something, something has to exist for nothing to be. Because if there's only nothing, then nothing doesn't even exist. Because nothing is only a counter to something means something. So nothing was sitting around realizing that it was nothing. So it started thinking about being something or having something, and then all of a sudden, because there was something, then nothing was something. But because something had to be something. So the only way we can have anything at all is that nothing exists somewhere. But in order for nothing to exist somewhere, then we have to have something. Therefore, something has to be something, or nothing wouldn't be anything.
Yeah. I mean, I think that nailed it. Wilbur, are you satisfied with that answer?
Sure. I mean, it's also like, why is there nothing, not something?
It's a good question, Rodney.
Why can't you switch it around?
Well, if you could, then all of this would be pointless anyway.
Exactly. But then what are numbers?
Well, numbers are only arbitrary assignments that we create within our own mind, because we can only think linearly. And so we have to create something that gives us a focal point for various points in time and space, only so we can identify those things within the time and space. Also understand that they're an illusion. So numbers are only an illusion to help us understand the illusion, so that we keep it within its own illusion. So we're not separate. We're not confusing it for other illusions.
Yeah. Right.
Illusionary.
I mean, they're placeholders for things. You got any other questions?
I feel like they're assignments.
Yeah. You got any other questions, Wilbur?
Nah, I feel good just listening to the wizard.
Okay.
Wizard did one.
All right. Thanks for chiming in, Wilbur. Appreciate you coming on. All right, get him out of here.
Yeah.
They're placeholders, and they're mutually agreed upon things. These are like social contracts, right? But who writes the contracts? Because it seems like right now there's two different books with the rules of engagement going on, and nobody's talking to each other for the rewrites. We've got to. Can humanity get back on track, or are we just doomed to blow this? Are we truly the asteroid?
Well, the biggest problem with trying to come to a consensus about what is good is that both sides believe they're good. It's not really a evil versus good scenario that we like to think, even though everybody keeps trying to make it out to be. It's really good versus good, but that good is defined by themselves.
Yeah, from their own perspective.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I want to solve a problem, and here's my solution for it. And then the other side, well, I want to solve the same problem, but I have a different solution for it. And instead of trying to work it out, both sides conclude that if you're not for the solution I'm for, then it's because you're not for the same thing I want to achieve. So if they say, I want to end homelessness, and then the other side says, well, I think the best way to do it is this, Well, then the other group's like, well, that's not how I wanted to do it. So obviously you don't really want to end the homelessness. So you're evil, horrible, terrible, or stupid people. And then we just stop communicating, call each other names.
Right.
And that's where we're at now politically. And I don't think it's just the United States. I mean, that battle's going on, internationally as well.
Well, before Trump was elected for his first term, the first of 3 is what I hear. I read that in the paper. They're trying to get 3 terms for him. But before he was elected, that was on the tails of a nationalist movement in the UK with Brexit to break away from the EU, and then we've seen other major nationalist type movements. Is this a globalism versus nationalism battle that's going on behind the scenes, and there's some puppet masters that are just fucking with us?
I believe so, and I believe it's been going on for a very, very, very long time. Because there's if you look at the central banking system that has been used to create all this, I think their desire or what they're trying to put forward is there's always been this push, especially since the Kissinger plan in the early 70s was to create this kind of world government, as it were, and it's been kind of a shadow government. They've been using it against us for many years, creating wars and creating scary boogeymen that we're all afraid of, so that we all go along with their silly ideas. Because if they came along and just said, "Hey, we want to institute all these things that are going to restrict your freedoms and eliminate freedom of choice of just about everything," we wouldn't go along with it.
Right.
But by saying, "Oh, terrorists are around every single corner. They're going to kill and destroy you," and there's this evil
boogeyman
we have no control over. You must do what we say to survive. Well, that's the perfect scenario for control.
Yeah.
So,
well, and I was reading an article the other day, and they were talking about how fear is an amazing tool, and images of fear and stories about things to be fearful of is a tool that can be used to program a population, and the Chinese government did to their subject, be careful, America, they want to come and kill you. And then they're going to come and kill you. So everybody get in line, must join the army and do for the country. That's what's going on here.
And it's being played out, not just here, it's everywhere. I mean, if you look into what's going on in Australia, it's downright. They basically turned the entire thing into a prison state, which maybe they're just trying to go back to their origins, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
But
now,
yeah,
what are you talking about? Is there like a lot of incarceration going on in Australia?
Oh, no, you can't. There's a lot of places in Australia you can't even leave your home without permission from the state. Like just to go to the store, you have to.
Is that because of the virus?
Yeah, they're saying it's for the virus.
Okay, but at the same time, they've got like 0 cases right now.
Right? Very few, yeah. But,
yeah. So
I see. I think the virus is real, so don't get me wrong about that. But the government is overreaching to grab more power because that's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we're throwing the baby out with the bathwater with the whole argument. Like we've got to get back to business, and the businesses are. I feel like this is now a bends. I've said it before. It's a bends don't break economy right now. The businesses that are going to survive are the ones that have adapted to the new, caution that needs to be taken. I've been recently out to a bar, and I feel safe at those places, but I will not go to an event with thousands of people. I'm not going to a water park. I'm sorry to the water park if they have to close.
I drove by a water park today, and it was 75% full.
Yeah.
That it is legally allowed to do.
That pool was also 75% pee, so that's why I wasn't going in the first place. So,
which is a natural detergent.
Yeah, and I don't think that's how COVID's transmitted. So I think you're okay.
Don't get me wrong. My buddy Casey's a big urinologist. He even has a barn full of fermented pee. I've got his book of pee poems somewhere. We'll have to read one. But you know,
I really fell behind on Araya's comments, and I feel bad.
Everybody else is reading his comments. I love that Araya's here.
I do too, man.
He's trying to
urea.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if Araya is, but
okay.
Yeah. So this is what we were talking about before we had you on. Bullying. Like I feel like I'm more of a liberal. And I feel like the liberals do respond, like, but I feel like they're only responding to Russian troll bait, you know, and I'm trying to think of an example, but you know, and then the other side, the right, the Republicans, the Trump supporters, just love to jump on them and just say you're weak, you're overreacting.
Yeah, and I like to see them cry.
It's like a playground bully situation, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, as I've always liked to say, the easiest lie to fall for is the one you want to believe. And so it's easy for one side to bait the other into looking like an idiot and so forth and back and forth. And that's part of the problem, is that we're not really communicating. We're not really talking about issues. We're just slinging mud at each other.
Yeah.
And each side keeps justifying it, you know, because they're saying, well, those people are so stupid because they fell for this. And then the other side, well, that side's so stupid because they're a bunch of liars because they got me to fall for it. You know, it's just this back and forth nonsense, which doesn't solve anything, doesn't get us anywhere. And again,
it's not productive at all.
And again, a lot of it, I mean, if you look back at any time when the government was completely in the control of one party or the other, you know, like example, Obama, his first 2 years, he had the House, he had the Senate, he could basically do anything he wanted.
And that's the only way that
the
American Care Act was passed.
Well, no, he didn't. It wasn't under those circumstances. It wasn't until the Senate started to flip, because you remember there was a special election in Massachusetts.
Oh yeah,
which flipped the Senate to the Republicans, and so they jammed it through before the Republicans took over the Senate.
And that's the problem, because you're never gonna run into an opportunity to have equal sides, and whether you have a majority right, majority left, you just can't get these dumb motherfuckers to work together.
Well, but see, I mean, literally for 2 years, they could have done anything they wanted. Republicans are the same thing. They've had situations where they could do anything they wanted, but they didn't. And you got to ask yourself, well, why, when you have the perfect opportunity to basically do whatever you want, you didn't do it? That should indicate to everybody in the entire country that the parties aren't doing what they say they're doing. They've got a whole different agenda than any of us think.
Yeah, they don't
want to. All these things they got us fighting over. You know, it's like the whole gay marriage issue. I mean, for years they used it as a push button issue, and then all of a sudden it's gone. Now they had to go find more push button issues to throw. This is both sides. I mean, both sides are at it. So it's until you finally see what's going on, you're going to be trapped in that system. You're going to be trapped in that way of thinking. And that's how they use the fear. They're constantly putting fear. And that fear and that anxiety that they create, that's what throws off your patterns. That's what throws off your
your mental state, that throws off your frequencies, and makes you easy to manipulate and control.
Okay. All right. So listen, let's recenter.
Okay.
Because we're talking about some serious stuff. My blood pressure just started going up, and
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right.
I didn't mean to get your pressure up.
So going forward, what is, like, give us a daily affirmation. Like, we're just waking up, the birds are chirping, the sun is rising, it looks like it's going to be a glorious day.
Every day is a glorious day.
How can we salute ourselves and the universe that we find ourselves in, and be good, a force of good instead of a force for bad? How do we do this, Rodney?
A lot of it is eliminating your desires to want to change everything, because you're basically setting yourself up for, well, failure. So you eliminate your desires to, well, change things, and this comes around. But when you eliminate those desires to change everything, and you just desire to just be in harmony with what is right, and that's the thing, is truth resonates at a very high and powerful frequency, and untruth is sort of a scattered and confused, right?
Yeah.
So when you want to align yourself with the higher reality, you eliminate your desires, you eliminate your ego, you eliminate your desire to be right, and instead you just sort of, you just surrender yourself to what is good. And a lot of that takes place by just releasing, just letting go of the fear, letting go of the anxiety, being full of hope, faith, trust in the universe to do the right thing, to be the right thing. And as you do that, you'll find that you don't get upset about things. You understand things will take place as they'll take place. And your place in it is that you're participating in the harmony, you're participating in the love. And when you're doing that, you are helping. It doesn't seem like you're helping, but you are helping. Mostly you're just helping yourself by eliminating the fear, the anxiety, and the hatred.
And helping yourself up. Helping yourself is probably the most important thing. I mean, like, you cannot help others unless you help yourself, and you yourself are strong.
Yeah, if you're full of hatred and you're full of anger and anxiety, you are not beneficial to anybody. Because one, you're going to make bad choices. You're going to be easily manipulated and controlled. And of course, like I said, you want to be the kind of person whose frequencies, whose emotions are in check. You know, I preach stoicism. That is the ability to just not let things bother you, because you have things that you can control, you have things that you cannot control, and then you have things that you only have an influence over. And knowing the difference between those things, that really is the key to being peaceful and actually making a difference.
Right. I love it. Dwayne, you got any other questions for Rodney before we let him go?
No, I don't. I can't.
Rodney, how do people find you?
Find me. I'm on Facebook, of course. I've got a YouTube channel. I'm on Instagram and what's the other one? TikTok. By accident.
Okay.
I never intended to have Instagram. I was talking about it with a friend one day at a radio station, and so we looked it up, and next thing I know, I had an Instagram.
It's easy to do because it's like integrated with Facebook. You can accidentally do it, I think.
Yeah, you just go look at it, and they say, "Hey, do you want one?" And sure, boom, there. Hello.
Are you just Rodney Norman on everything?
Yeah, if you just look up Rodney Norman comedian, everything, I'm all over the place.
So now I saw pictures of you, and you were all clean shaven. How long have you been growing the beard?
Off and on for many years. I was classed clean shaven last November.
Okay.
I had short hair and the beard last November.
Okay. Well, listen, November is the National Beard and Mustache Championship. Have you thought about competing?
Should I enter? You know what? I might do it.
You totally should.
We'll
have Kyle send you a link.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right. Well, listen, I hope you don't mind, but we may lean on you again to help bring a little levity and brevity to the situation. I don't know if either of those words work, but they just sounded smart, so I used them.
It sounds good to me.
Rodney, thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate you. I'm a stranger to you, but you immediately were like, you know what? I'm not doing anything, so I can't leave the house. So what
Absolutely.
else?
I feel like we're lifelong friends. We just finally met.
Well, and let's
beards, man. It's the facial hair brings us all together.
So thank you so much. We will talk to you again. And now we got to take a quick break. Thanks, Rodney.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Take care.
We'll see you again soon, Rodney.
Rodney Norman. Find him on all the social medias. I think maybe Diane is maybe she's locked out. Let's take a break.
All
Do you have our break ready, Kyle?
We got some videos. Kyle?
Kyle, take us.
Is Jimmy clicking on stuff again?
Yeah.
No, that was me. I was about to bring you in. You brought yourself in. Just wait.
Didn't.
I will.
No, that was Jimmy. I didn't even touch me.
On
totally
me.
Shit. Yeah, let's go on break, man.
Let's go to take us to break.
Scott said that was heavy. Sorry, Scott. We're gonna be a little bit more light in the next hour.
He ain't heavy.
Stay tuned for these videos because they're pretty amazing.
Yeah, this is Awesome Facial Hair Club messy beard videos that we did. The drinking word is dolphin, Amber. Don't think it's going to come up in any of these videos. We'll be back in like 5 minutes, and then
it's going to come up a lot next hour.
All right.
And thank you to Rodney. Make sure you visit him on all the social medias, the TikToks, the Instagrams, the Facebooks. He's been one of my go-tos for a little bit of grounding, and I really appreciate him coming on the show.
Okay.
Okay.
This episode's brought to you by Fluffy White Biscuits.
Fluffy White Biscuits.
Talking Jimmy, we're going to break.
White Biscuit.
The Austin Facial Hair Club presents the Messy Beard Shootout. Beards versus Gordos. Let's get messy!
Oh my God, honey butter. I hit it too. Little, nice and sweet, and then an explosion in your mouth. This little piece right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute.
I can only wipe off my chin. It's so sticky. This is the stickiest thing I've ever eaten my whole life.
Still got that.
I see that. One bottom looks clean. That's the only part that's clean.
Because there's no hair there.
I know. I felt it hit my chin, and then I'm pretty sure it just went straight down.
That's a benefit and the drawback to chops. Is it stays clean, but you don't have that bib, that natural bib.
That is the best donut I've ever had. I got sweat bar.
Help crown the winner of the Austin Facial Hair Club Messy Beard Shootout. Like and share this video to vote for Gordos as the winner. The Austin Facial Hair Club presents the Messy Beard Shootout. Beards versus leeches. Let's get messy!
Yeah, this is awesome. So good.
You can't see it.
It feels like it's all over my face. So I don't know what you're talking about.
But it all kind of it's the same color.
Nice. Plan. Yeah, totally. I can feel all the spices like in my skin, my eyes. I really want to wipe my face.
It's real. I feel like my nose is just running all down.
This is the messiest thing I've eaten in like 20 years. Maybe the most delicious.
I'll be able to eat in about 3 hours from what's in my face.
Right? Save it for later.
Yeah.
Well, they call it a flavor saver. Help. Is there really a hose somewhere? I might have to go to Market Springs.
Help crown the winner of the Austin Facial Hair Club Messy Beard Shootout. Like and share this video to vote for leeches as the winner. The Austin Facial Hair Club presents the Messy Beard Shootout. Beards versus Frank. Let's get messy!
Go. Cheers. That's how we can go. That is a trip to the doctor.
You look good with shit.
Doing my best.
Jalapenos, chili.
Come here.
Oh, we feed each other.
Yeah, we can do that. Oh, come here. Come here. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Help crown the winner of the Austin Facial Hair Club Messy Beard Shootout. Like and share this video to vote for Frank as the winner.
I'm hands off. I'm not touching anything. Okay, bring me.
Oh, Kyle brought us back. Dude, can I tell you how good it was to hear Doc's laugh in that video, man?
Listen, and I don't want to get dark here, but do we have a lawsuit against Frank? I mean, because we lost Doc shortly after this video.
Uh-huh.
And Eric had a stroke or a heart attack and an aneurysm. Did I
was it Frank?
It was.
I don't think so.
Welcome back to The Least We Could Do. Every Saturday night, 8 to 10. As long as you know what? I think I'm not gonna. I was gonna talk about something, but we're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. We shouldn't talk about what I was going to talk about.
What shouldn't we talk about?
Okay. But what we do have, do we have Diane on the show yet? Is she on, Kyle?
No, I don't think so.
Who's in the bottom? I can't see the bottom.
No, Diane's not.
That's you. You're in the bottom.
Well, I am.
You're a bottom. You are a bottom.
I'll let you know when she's here.
Able to get on.
Are you talking your text messages?
I talk out my text. So look, we got a letter.
Hey, look, we need to talk a little bit about
got a
our
letter.
Sponsor.
Oh yeah. Do we have to bring Kyle back on to get our sponsor?
Kyle back on.
Fluffy White Biscuits is our sponsor. We'd just like to thank Fluffy White Biscuits for supporting the show. This show would not be what it is today without Fluffy White Biscuits.
I would just like to say that the gentleman that you guys saw in that last video set that dog on fire at an Austin Facial Hair Club meeting, and I saved that dog's life.
Doc dropped a cherry on the dog, and with all the plethora of hair product that is in said dog, it was a tinderbox ready to go. Yeah, let's talk about Diane. So Diane's going to join us here in a second.
Let's talk about her
because we got
she's not here.
I got this letter here, Dwayne.
No, let's talk about Diane first. Tell us who Diane is.
Well, Diane is a interpreter. She's a hand talker, and she interprets for the deaf. And she works at the Austin School for the Deaf downtown, and
she's
also got a bunch of other gigs. Also, she's one of the founding members of Bully Ranch.
Thank you very much.
Bully Ranch.
Fluffy white biscuits.
Fluffy white biscuits.
As much as that dog aggravates the shit out of me, she's fucking cute.
Like as a former dog trainer, everything that dog does
is wrong.
But it just is not a dog.
But
like
you know what?
Dog.
She's getting much better. She's sought professional help.
Yeah,
she's much better now.
None of it's stuck. Let's be honest. But so Dwayne, we got a letter from a listener.
Yeah, tell me about this letter.
Okay, he says, "Dear The Least We Could Do." He says, I have been watching your show, and I started on the 3rd episode, and I have really enjoyed tuning in every week. I am deaf, and I have been watching some of the older shows after the
closed caption.
Closed caption is put in on the YouTubes.
Right.
However, I really would like to watch live, but your mustache and beards get in the way of some of my lip reading skills, which I'm trying to develop. So he is trying. So it turns out he's trying to develop his lip reading skills, and so I
through facial hair,
through facial hair, yeah, because he works in an environment where there's a lot of people with facial hair, so. So this idea that we had, she has the spinning wheel of death. What does that mean?
That means her computer is older than mine. Maybe.
Diane. Hold on. What should I tell her? Hold down the power button.
You should let Kyle handle this
until it restarts. Right? I mean, does everybody agree that that's the only thing you can do is like restart the freaking computer? So
every one of Araya's comments tonight could be like a quote that you read in the morning to get yourself going.
Right. You know, you got to recalibrate.
Maybe she can use her phone.
She can't call in. Oh yeah, you could use your phone.
Yeah, she could use her phone. Just click the.
How do I send her the link? On my phone.
You text it to her.
Hold on. We can do this.
What do you guys think of this new microphone? Hit me up in the comments.
So I'm sure they're fine with it. But look, this is the thing. We've got Lil Johnny here, who is trying.
Is that really his name, Little Johnny?
He said his name is Johnny.
So he's using an alias. I don't think his name's really Johnny.
I restarted already. Paste. Try this. Oh no, that's the wrong link. What did I just send her?
You're welcome, Mariah.
Try this on your phone. No, that's the wrong damn link. So
Scott says send it in Messenger.
I'm trying that, Scott. But I sent her a link, but then it says leaving Facebook. Yeah, that one. That
is Scott Sakura, ladies and gentlemen, one of the co-hosts of Talking Beards.
So if she mutes, I think if she mutes her microphone, it'd be fine. She could just dial in on her phone.
Shouldn't have a headset.
And all she needs to do is hear us, but we don't need to hear her.
No, this is what we're need her fingers.
Johnny wants I said, is there a way for us to do this calibration? We're calibrating
for bullshit.
There might be. If we can get her on in the next 2 minutes, we can talk about this. But next 4 minutes, then we can do this. But so he wants to be able to read our lips, but also see the sign. So that he can see if what he's reading with his eyes is the same as what he's reading with his eyes. I guess.
Gotcha. So he's trying to make sure that YouTube is correctly captioning our dialogue.
Right. That too. Yeah.
Because we're too fucking lazy to do it.
So I don't know. I was kind of excited. Because this is an opportunity. I don't know why. You know what it is?
I don't know why either.
She's in an apartment complex like I am, but Dolphin. It's a much bigger apartment complex, and everybody is watching something on a stream right now. You know, the grid is overworked, and I could get upset about this, but I think what did we just learn from Rodney?
Just go with the flow, man.
Yes, that's right. Just be, So hopefully
how about we do this? How about we get real close to the camera and like hold up our mustaches and then talk about whatever it is that we're talking about and just use
just start enunciating.
Yeah, just enunciate really well.
I don't know if this is going to help him because I've not changed my voice. I don't know why my voice has changed.
I don't know either. It's something about when I pull my top lip, that you just automatically change that voice.
Okay, so we're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna get Diane. I think
this bit is a failure.
It might
complete and utter failure. Dolphin.
Oh, yeah. No,
you're supposed to be drinking.
Oh, Dolphin. Well, okay. I don't. But see, we can't talk about this.
I know it, but without him being able to understand us
right
live, so, I feel terrible. But there's nothing I can do because I don't sign.
Kyle's made the call. Let's go to memes while we see if Diane comes on. If she comes on, we'll get her on in the tail end. But if not, all right.
Jimmy, did you make a slideshow this week?
No, I did not make a slideshow. No. Is that not Diane in the bottom left?
You're in the bottom corner.
Or is that my memes?
Slideshow Bob is in there twice.
How many?
Kyle's in there twice because one of them is, I think, our phone line.
Okay.
So no, Diane's not here.
Internet kill switch was created during the 44th presidential term. You know, when I read Araya's posts, I sing them. Do you do that?
Sometimes in my head, though.
Yeah. So birthday week for me. Let me just tell you, if you're in Austin, please visit this place. It's heaven on wheels, literally. Wham Bam Bagels. It's a I don't know what kind of car that is. It's a thing.
It's like a RV of some sort.
It's very rare.
Very
I think
vintage.
500 that they made, but man, their lamb, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Wait, say that again.
Lamb, egg, and cheese.
Lamb, egg, and cheese.
Gruyere cheese. And then I ask for I want them to put some cream cheese on there. I want cream cheese and the Gruyere. And then I asked for a tomato. And
I'm not up on my cheeses. So is Gruyere a good melty cheese?
It's a
hot sandwich.
You got to get it hot to really melt it. But it is a good cheese. You might are you a Kraft singles guy?
No. I like cheeses, but I am not a.
You're gonna love Gruyere.
Yeah, half the time I eat cheese, I don't even know what the fuck kind of cheese I'm eating. I just eat the cheese.
So the point is this: I got my birthday breakfast on my birthday on Monday. And I went to work like an idiot.
Are you one of those guys that still gets excited about birthdays in his 40s?
No, but most people are just like my uncle. He never worked on his birthday.
Right.
Always took the day off.
Took the day off. But he didn't have a good employer that gave him his birthday off every year. He had to take it. He had to use one of his vacation days.
What employer comes to you and says, "Hey, by the way, take the day off"?
Oh, I've had a couple that were just, "Hey, man, it's your birthday. You don't work that day."
Yeah,
had a couple.
All right, next. We're talking about the right, the left. This is
this guys will put nuts on
everything. The truck nuts. We had a truck in the shop the other day.
Is that particular scrotum connected to the rifle? Is that like a tripod?
I think it's a hand grip. So you're
grasping.
Yeah.
Grasping the
next.
Yeah, gotcha.
This is me. Yeah. I'm 5 minutes away, bro. I'll be there in a minute.
I'm 5 minutes away, and I'm ready.
I have said, "Hey, be there in 5 minutes," and then the actually 10, and then the actually I'll be there in 20.
It said if I'd have known this was going to be the cheese show, I would have skipped my meetings.
Yes, we're talking about cheese, Jeanette. Next. Next. I love this, dude. Americans, when they see someone using kilometers per hour and not cheeseburgers.
Wait, can we go back to that last one? Because that dude would be my favorite doctor of all time.
Well, is that the man that shot?
I would see him weekly.
Is that the man that shot the doctor, or is that the doctor?
I don't know. That looks like the doctor. Looks like he's got big hands.
Next.
It's a satisfying exam.
Cheeseburgers. Jeanette calls cheeseburgers per freedom. I can't. How fast were you going? I was going 55 cheeseburgers per freedom, bro. All right, next. Yep.
Dude, it doesn't even show me ads for things I just talked about. It's showing me ads for things that you motherfuckers just talked about when we're on a fucking Zoom call or something.
Yeah.
And then I go to Facebook and it's talking about some stupid ass van that Jimmy was talking about.
70s vans
some skinny jeans that Kyle's into or some shit. I don't know. And it just pops up. It's ads in my fucking phone.
Next. Roses are red, Doritos are savory. The U.S. prison system has legalized slavery. They've got prisoners working for like pennies per hour putting out the fires in California right now. I mean, we've got the most incarcerated people in like the whole world per capita.
The way that this photo is cropped, do you think those are female breasts, or do you think that's
his name is Robert Paulson? His name is Robert Paulson. Next.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right. Mel Gibson, Jason Momoa, their son Peter.
Wow.
Okay, next.
Wow.
You guys didn't like this one.
See, why did this stay in? I don't even, what's the point?
Boobs.
Just because of the boobs?
Remember, only you can go fuck yourself.
That is a true statement. Thank you, Smokey.
Oh, that wasn't supposed to be deleted. But it was my old professor saying that they listened to the show and that they loved it, and they loved
appropriate that this came
Dr.
up right after your old professor, because he tastes like old dick too, didn't he?
You know that's a Charleston chew.
Yeah.
Right? You know it's a Charleston chew.
Gotta be.
Oh, man. Did you hear about that guy that died from licorice? Black licorice?
I heard something about it.
Yeah, me too.
It's not only disgusting, but it's deadly.
The elite watching us start a civil war instead of a revolution. I mean, this is basically the purge without having it be just one day.
So tired of this photo of Leonardo DiCaprio.
It's my favorite.
It's the most unflattering. I'd rather see him drowning from Titanic. It's perfect, but it's also disturbing.
Next. When your actual personality accidentally this has happened to me a couple times. Like I can put on that rosy disposition, but every once
come out of Pikachu's mouth.
Yeah, I've come out of Pikachu. Okay, next. I blew that sentence, and this is true, Dwayne. And I think Araya would agree with this. I think Rodney would agree with this. I think everyone listening would agree with this. No one is going to give you the education you need to overthrow them.
Absolutely not.
So
they're going to give you the education that you need to do exactly what they want.
And everybody argues about like school is just supposed to program you to get in a box. Yes, school is supposed to get you in the box because corporations want to buy. They want to go to a shelf, grab a box off the shelf,
Dolphin,
and put them in the position that is going to help them with their profits. I mean, let's be honest about this. If you're a worker and you don't own your own business, you are a cog. Now, you can be a happy cog, okay? I read Brave New World, so there were some happy epsilons. So anyway, I mean, I'm happy.
You're a cog.
Yeah, I'm a cog. Next. Nope, next. I deleted those.
Obviously.
Finally, the perfect gift for those who are easily offended. Do I need to get you these?
No. My hole's closed up years ago. I don't do jewelry anymore.
Next. You know, this is just this is one of those things where
you think this person didn't already know that water was fucking deep? Come on.
I'm just telling you.
Turn around, don't drown.
You can't write
this. You should have known.
You knew what was going to happen. They've even got the crystal ball in the back seat. Like
that tells you they did it for the insurance money.
It says K9 unit in the vehicle on the side of the door. This has crystal ball. They are carrying the crystal ball. Oh my goodness. Next. Oh, you must wear a face. Next. You know, I have not been, I saw this I
agree, but why? Why did it turn out that way?
Is this the right versus left battle right now? I mean, because listen,
I don't know.
I worry if I was to look into this that my allegiance would have to, like go with Target. Do I need to be a Target?
Yeah, I see you as more of a Walmarter.
I am a Walmart person. Now, granted, I wear pants that fit me well, and normally a full shirt that doesn't show my midriff. And
usually,
every
once in a while,
I've never gone out of there like with 2 carts. You ever had 2 carts when you've gone to check out?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't buy in bulk. I usually just go in multiple times for small purchases. Not to Walmart though. I don't go to Walmart.
Yeah. We said we weren't going to talk about abortion anymore. Next. Did you know this?
Magic is stored in the butt. Who said that? Aleister Crowley?
I don't know who that is. Next.
Isn't that Ozzy song about that that guy? Mr.
What do you think about this? This one got some press. Andy Langer chimed in again. Everybody's always real happy when they get to hear from him.
I kind of agree. I feel like a lot of what drew a lot of people to Austin is over.
I mean, I don't think we're alone. I think a lot of other cities are suffering like this, but it's on the local governments to step in and help. Especially, I mean, like, we're not going to get any state help. No funds are going to come to Austin, even though these jerk offs like live here and come here, every 2 years. Like,
Target struck a nerve, dude.
Yeah, you ever think about? Listen, what'd she say? Target has what?
Stylists.
What is it? Like, have you ever just wanted a freaking
spatula? Are you saying I'm classist because I don't go to Walmart?
I don't know. I think the meme. Let's just pretend she's talking about the meme. So you want a spatula, just a normal spatula, but you can't get one at Target.
No, Target's going to give on Amazon Prime. You can get it in like 2 hours.
Now it's different. Okay, but back in the day when I needed spatulas, Amazon was not, right there with
November.
Drone, yeah. So but you get these ergonomic and like different pastel colors at Target. What is that all about? And then their food. Like, if you've gone to one with like a grocery store, the way they package their food, it's like individually wrapped tomatoes. What are you doing? So I don't know. So yeah, she's talking about the meme. Take it easy. You're all sensitive.
Well, I didn't want to offend anyone.
All right, next. What else is that? This dog's got that. But if you post stuff like that, dog, you're gonna get the Secret Service knocking on your door, because
I don't think he likes dogs.
I mean,
I think he's a dog person.
No, I bet any dog would try him. Next. I can't see it.
Detailed description of contents: anal sex toys for men, gay butt.
Listen,
ships in discreet, non-obvious packaging. They said.
I have been tempted over this quarantine to make a purchase Come
on, be honest. What are you thinking about purchasing?
Sexual aid, like one of them fleshlights,
like a fleshlight.
Yeah.
Dude, go for the gusto and get a real doll, bro.
Those are like $2,000.
Yeah, but you could talk to them and pose. You could have breakfast with them.
Oh my
God, have breakfast with a fleshlight.
Have you ever accidentally?
What are you gonna do? Slurp your taco out of the?
Have you ever accidentally done some searching for some help? Some assistance, some internet assistance, and then found that it was a guy in a real doll.
No.
And then you just close the laptop. No. Me neither. But I had a friend who said that happened to him.
I don't believe you.
Very awkward.
I think you have personal experience.
No. Wow, that's the best soup I've ever.
What was
had.
his name?
No.
You don't want to say. I know you remember.
It was me, Dwayne. It was me. Okay. Anyway, the girl's.
You were the guy with the real doll?
She's drinking whiskey. No. I don't know what the guy with the real doll's name was. It was.
Sure, you do.
No, it was like
you do. No, you do.
Guy and girl, first time. Tinder date or something. It was the title.
You were looking for a couple.
You click on it, and it's like, why is that girl not moving? And then he like turns her over, and she's like.
So you were looking for a couple, not just a woman. You were looking for a couple. Was that your search criteria? Is that what you put in the filter? Couple looking for bear.
No.
Bear cub.
If I'm searching, I'm putting in frightened. No. I'm kidding. What I'm putting in is
butt play.
None of your damn business. Let's keep that next. You don't care about that whiskey one. This is how you sneak chocolate into movie theaters, by the way. Movie theaters are going to be opening soon. But did you see that?
Are you going to go see Tenet?
No, nobody's going to watch that. But it was the comic book company Marvel said that they're holding off all of their movies for another year.
Yeah.
So no chocolate for you in the theater. Next. Dude, my Murphy bed, we talked about that last week. Got it for $75. Okay, $75 plus I had to pay for $62 for the rental truck to get it here. But I didn't have to pay any moving because I had strong Tony help me get it in. Without him, it would not have gotten into this apartment. Anyway, $75 plus $65. I paid $82 for this bed, and then there's one on sale for $12.50.
Yeah, that one says antique, bro.
Yeah, mine's antique.
How old is yours?
Mine's from like 1940.
So is the date on it?
No, I looked it up.
Serial number stamped on it.
It is the same serial number as this bed, same maker's mark as this bed that you're looking at.
It's the same serial number. It's a fucking fake.
There's no serial numbers, dude. It's iron.
How do you know it's antique?
This thing was forged by like 10 people back then. They're paying them like 20 cents a day. This was made pre-union
to be that kind of quality.
Okay, I don't know. What were we talking? Were we talking about Brewdog Brewery? Anyway, they've got a new beer that's coming out that's like 90% alcohol or something like that. Yeah. But anyway, they did this. They back in 2009, 2010, they did a trio of drinks. One was blah blah blah. One was blah blah blah. The third one of these was produced in an extremely limited run, with each bottle packaged inside a taxidermied animal sourced from roadkill. How have I never heard of this?
I don't know.
10 years late to the party.
Are they like a local brewery?
I think they're in Germany. Next.
You could probably get away with that kind of shit in Germany. Is that a dick?
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Man who erected a giant wooden penis on his lawn fights to keep it up.
The title. That's a good title. Yeah. There he is with this caca.
Yeah.
Next. Are we done with memes? Is it just articles? All right. So we got 10 minutes to kill. Is there anybody that would like to call in and just summarize the show for us? Anybody that has anything to talk about? The number's on the bottom. You can call in 512-337-2876. Let's put the link to the show in the chat. If anybody would like to dial in, if you've got good audio or video, We've got 10 minutes. We're going to be wrapping it up. There's the links. Click on that. It'll ask for access to your microphone. Yeah, we're just going free form. This is my dream is for you guys to just start coming on. We talk for a second, and then I hang up on you, and then we get somebody else. It'll be so much fun. You've already been hanging out in the chat. Why not click on the link?
Jump on in.
Join us.
Boy, man, this microphone sounds amazing.
Sucker born every minute. Yeah, sucker born every time appetite becomes acute.
I don't have a cute appetite. Appetite is ugly.
It is. You've got an ugly appetite.
I do.
Well, I'm thinking about that. Appetite. So when you don't hunger for things, or when you hunger for a small amount,
when your appetite is narrow, maybe. When you're only eating,
obtuse is more than 90 degrees. So
yeah. So your mouth's wider. You're getting more plankton.
Oh, you're like one of them basilisk whales or something like that.
Hey, let me ask you this: if I say orca to you, do you immediately think dolphin? Since a killer whale's not really a whale, it's more of a porpoise.
Now that you say dolphin, you've reminded me, little Johnny. We'll try and do the experiment next time. So I feel terrible for that not working.
I do too. I'm sorry.
I feel terrible because Diane, she has her dinner at 6.
I'm sorry, Johnny.
She's in bed by 7, and
I wish that we'd have had Diane on to sign for you to make this very much easier for you to be able to understand our show. Why do I talk like this?
I understand. I did the same thing. You're trying to talk a little slower, enunciate, so that your lips are more readable.
Pulling my lips to the side,
but
I don't know.
It's uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable when I was doing it. It was uncomfortable when you were doing it, because then I feel like we're maybe possibly making fun of little Johnny. So I don't. We're a no bully zone here.
Yeah.
Hey, also a big milestone. We had quite a few people that were watching this on the stream. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube, by the way.
What's the NFL football team from Miami?
The Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Oh yeah. We walked right into that.
Yeah, we did. Flipper was a dolphin.
Dude, listen, I was watching that show the other day when I was over at Murder Dog's house on classic TV.
Flipper?
That is the stupidest show.
Yeah.
Like they're sorry, I still have to.
Yeah, you got a drink.
What? There is literally something happens. There was a boat explosion, right? And then they saw the fire.
Right.
They went out there. They saved the man. He had a vest on and he was just in the water. And then they picked him up. They put him on the boat. And
who rode the Dolphin? Did anybody ride the Dolphin? Did anybody ride Flipper? Ride Flipper's Flipper?
No, nobody rides Flipper.
Yeah, every once in a while somebody will grab on and he'll pull him along.
This isn't Aquaman, brother. So
Aquaman would be standing on top of two of them
with like ropes, lasso,
feet over their blowholes, slowly fucking suffocating him because he cares nothing for them. He just uses them for his own
tools
personal gain.
For his good.
He's the worst, man.
So, hey Kyle, do you have a good night video? Oh shit!
Damn.
You know what? Play the other messy beard video.
Oh yeah. We got that on the
let's just get all the messy beard videos out of here. So this is
I feel like Oria's calling me a puppet.
Well, you are. Let's be honest. You are a puppet, and I don't know who's pulling the strings.
Yeah.
It's probably your daughter at this point.
Yeah, oh yeah.
She is your everything. But you know, I like the way that you pretend like you talk tough to her.
I do.
She does whatever she wants.
I do talk tough to her, but she pays absolutely zero attention to it.
Is it because of the tough talk? Should you start being a little sweeter?
Because her mother doesn't pay any attention to anything I say. So why should she?
You know what? I'm going to loan you this book that I have right here. I'm going to loan you this to read to her every night.
Women's voices from the oh God, yes, please.
This, so anytime
the world in her.
Here's a quote. The gay colored quilts, which came across in a big chest and which had been used as wrapping for a few cherished dishes and other treasures, were unpacked. Other bits from the old home, 3,000 miles away, were placed on the crude shelves. A picture of grandmother's parents, a few books, the family Bible, the little treasures which had slipped between the bedding, and an old chest and queer-looking trunk lined with bright flowered paper.
Very anti-gay.
They were now at home. Wow. Too bad Alicia and old Jordy didn't make it. They got the typhoid, and we left them on the trail.
I don't even know what my grandparents' parents looked like, much less had a fucking picture of them.
This book
is depressing.
Toughen her up. Also, this one, Women's Indian Captivity Narratives. I'm gonna loan those two to you and toughen her up with some of these stories of.
I can't get her interested in Harry Potter. You think I'm gonna get her interested in fucking North Indian captivity narratives?
I'm just saying, she's going to find herself on the Oregon Trail one day, and some of these life lessons
soon, probably.
Yeah. So, what a wonderful show, Dwayne. Do you feel like we accomplished anything?
Well, I feel like we overcame some of the technical difficulties that we had been experiencing over, and really our pre-show this before the show today was fucking painless.
Yeah.
Painless. For the first time, we're 8 episodes in and you finally had your shit together.
Finally. Well, I mean, now I'm not the problem.
Hey,
so that's Kyle. What do you think?
Right in whenever you want.
What do you think? How did everybody do? How did the texters do today?
Everybody did well. It was great. Jimmy, you especially.
Oh,
I know you need that. So
he does. He does need you to kind of
are great.
Head him a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
So we've got the.
Also, did you notice I said Jimmy first at the beginning of the show? Yeah, I got your video. Got your video for you.
I got your video, man.
So we're gonna have another show next week. We'll probably have a couple more things dialed in. We had an unexpected cancellation from our second guest. But I mean, then again, we tried to confirm that guest today. So I mean, let's not put it on him.
I mean,
the least I can
call this show the least we could do.
On Wednesday. Scott, thanks for tuning in. Araya, Amber, I know Bonnie's probably listening. Austin, I saw Angela on there. Thank you so much. Thank you to Rodney Norman for being.
Yeah, Rodney was great, man.
Wonderful guest. I hope he was everything that you thought he was.
Yeah, I like what he was saying. Like I shaman, you know.
Yeah.
He said stoicism and the things that he goes for. I really liked him.
Nothing he said hurt your feelings or anything, Kyle, right?
Yeah. Only half of what Jimmy said today hurt my feelings. So.
Well, that's good. That's a step up. Hey, you know what? I also want to thank Fluffy White Biscuits. For tonight's episode.
Thank you, Fluffy White Biscuits.
You know, for being a cool fucking dog with a pink mohawk. You're the coolest little white dog with a pink mohawk in South Austin. Probably.
And we're workshopping the song, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, anybody that wants to write a Fluffy White Biscuit song, we will do it for exposure.
Actually, call this phone number and leave us a voicemail.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
512-337-2876.
For Kyle Bauer, our producer, for Dwayne Primo, my wonderful, beautiful co-host, and for all the wonderful people out there in TV land that are watching us, I'm Jimmy Preston. Thank you so much for watching The Least We Could Do. We'll see you guys next week, and enjoy this video this is our first iteration of the Messy Beards with some of your favorites from the Austin Facial Hair Club.
It was filmed, 3-4 years ago?
Filmed 5 years ago, but I finally got the video out 3 years ago. So yeah,
2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Thanks for
it only took him like 2 years to do it.
2.5 years
or 3. 2 or 3 years.
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and the YouTubes. We'll see you guys next week.
To the YouTube page for everything that is holy. Subscribe so Jimmy can name it.
Yep. Shut the fuck up, Dwayne.
Okay.
You see what's coming in?
That's awesome right there.
Yeah.
That looks good.
We split him in half.
It's delicious. It like gets in there and sticks.
Here we go.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
This is a pretty good queso.
That was very attractive.
A little dribble.
You getting glued up in there?
Yeah, I'm kind of getting sticky around.
Yeah, I feel it.
Boy, babe.
I feel that I have to grab a bunch of chips and dip into cheese to actually get a chance to eat.
What?
Because you got these big bear claws, dude. You're just like,
it's not good. This is not good at all.
That wasn't queso.
We're hitting dangerously low levels of queso.
I feel dirty right now.
You need a queso, dude. It's like you gotta lick the bowl. All right.
Yeah. We're at queso.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Second
Winner.
course.
Chicken dinner.
All right. Sweet.
All right.
Now I have salad because I don't eat meat. Yeah.
Don't be shy.
I've had hotter.
I have too.
It's all right though. So good.
Boot.
What?
Boot.
What? What is food?
Pretty good wings, really. The sauce is good.
It's like eating floss all the time. But I look good. Beauty is pain.
And even if you like tear it off the bone, you still get that stuff all over your hands and it's so good.
Is that how that works?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think that's that hard.
I did pretty well.
You got a little something. Yeah. It happens.
Is that honey mustard?
I believe so.
That's actually pretty good. Hey, look, and there's queso on it.
Why not make drumsticks like this?
They'll
just be like bigger wings.
I usually just get chicken legs.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, laundry's being done tonight for sure.
That's spoot. That's spoot.
Is there something else coming up next?
I don't know.
I wonder what it is. I wonder what it is.
Oh, man.
I'm
coming. I'm reaching in.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going in.
The ice cream round has come.
All right.
Uh-huh. Cheers.
What's on mine?
Camel, whatever.
Camel?
Caramel.
You're cool, Coach.
Oh,
all the way straight down.
I'm like a little kid.
We have a piper down.
We got two of the pink, one of the chocolate.
I'm a soft serve kind of man. You know.
We got these donuts here and they're just taunting me.
They are.
Yeah. I'm taking a bit, yeah. Just
That cream fill. You would have the damn cream.
Hey, dude. I got the bigger end of the wishbone.
You are a strange piece of cheese.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Well, you are.
I grew up near Wisconsin, so.
That explains a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Calm down there, Bear.
Sorry about that.
Looks like an E-clear.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I swear I'm better than this. I don't.
No, you're not.
Oh. You want some of my cone? Oh. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I got sensitive teeth.
Oh. Brush your teeth?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Let's pull about 60 hands.
Sorry.
You can pick stuff up.
It does work.
That was good.
That was good. I gotta admit. That was good.